There we go. Happy Wednesday, everyone. I'm Nancy Ganskoffer, business coach to interior designers, and I am here with Teresa Schlup of Caffeine Creative. And Teresa, tell everyone how to find you and what you do right from the beginning of the broadcast.
All right, so you can find me at caffeinecreative.io, or you can follow me on Instagram or Facebook at Teresa Schlup. Just look for me there.
Schlup.
And I focus on branding, web design, and digital marketing after the launch of your websites, because once your website is launched, the work is not over when it comes to promoting your business. You've got to get people to your website, and a big part of that is getting out there and inviting them in.
Inviting them to your website. All right, so let's talk about that, because today it's putting an interior designer's portfolio at the center of their marketing rather than what they cooked that day or what they're eating or what they're seeing. You're suggesting make your portfolio the center of your marketing world.
Right. And here's the thing, like all of those fun posts, like here's what I cooked today, or here's an inspirational quote to get you going this week, or here's happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Those are sweet and those are great, but they don't tell the world what you do. And while there's benefits and values in doing those kind of posts because it helps show up your personality, your whole goal of marketing is not to tell the world who you are, but what you can do to make their life more beautiful, more better, more amazing, more incredible, more comfortable, whatever the case, whatever your stick is, that's what you should be doing. And I cannot tell you how many times over the past couple of years I've had somebody say, I just spent an hour on an Instagram post and nobody is liking it. An hour on an entire Instagram post and nobody's liking it. And I'm like, but you're not a marketer. So why are you spending an hour on marketing, especially only one post? Like that one
Right.
post is there and gone in a matter of days and probably not going to be seen again, not in any real big way.
Most of
So
the time it takes them an hour because it's so stressful to get the guts to post it.
stressful. And they're like, what do I say? How do I be creative? How do I show the world how awesome I am while not being too salesy and while not being this? And like we have all these pressures on us. And I'm like, stop trying to be clever and creative, creating something new. And let's look at what you have and build your marketing from what you have. And your portfolio as an interior designer is the best place to start building on your marketing from.
Absolutely. All right. So tell everyone how they get this started, putting
Okay, so
their design portfolio at the center of their marketing, not other stuff that other people are trying to teach you.
yes. So I mean, honestly, what we're building is a foundation of marketing here and what I want to talk about. And the blog post that I have that goes with this, you guys can take a look at. But the first thing you want to do is a really well-crafted design portfolio. Most portfolios are just a series of images and they're beautiful and they're fabulous and they help us create a vision in our mind. What's a problem with those is they don't tell the story behind the project. They don't bring in any SEO building aspects because without words, you don't have SEO. Your portfolio is not going to rank, it's not going to show up. And while I'm not an SEO expert, I do know the basics that if you don't have words bringing people to that, it's not going to show up and be visible within Google.
Right.
Not without doing ads or some other type of SEO work.
Mm-hmm.
And so by starting by putting together a description of your project, where the town it was located in, it, the type of project that you have, is it residential design? Is it commercial design, hospitality? Is it a contemporary design or is it eclectic? Those little details start building keywords that are now going to help draw attention to your website. So telling the story and putting written content on your portfolio is the first step that I say that everybody should be doing, because it's going to help you gain visibility with your website, but it's also going to give you content that you can now build from in all other areas of your marketing.
It's funny on Instagram, one of the ladies is saying that she didn't realize that, and I think she's talking about how the images don't help your SEO
Oh,
unless there's meta tags and descriptions behind it, plus words on
and
the
plus words
page
on the
itself.
page. Yes. So
Mhm.
your images have to be optimized, but your page has to be optimized as well. And one of the arguments that I get is, Joanna Gaines and Studio McGee, I mean, their websites are doing really well. Yes, because they're Joanna Gaines and Studio McGee. We are not in competition with them. They have an audience and a following and a marketing plan that is so very different than our own that we can't compare ourselves to them. So
Correct.
maybe they don't have words on their page, but it's not necessary for them to gain more
Why
attention.
not at this point? They have a big enough following, right? You can't compare yourself who's at the end of the line to somebody who's at the front of the line 10 years ahead of you or 1 year
Exactly.
ahead of you, but they've nailed their marketing or they tripped on a stream of business that you didn't happen to trip on.
Yeah,
So many ways people get into streams of business or get insta famous. Do not
right,
compare yourself.
right.
Focus on getting your own business.
Right. So when you're focusing on getting your own business and nobody knows you, taking the time to craft a really well written and visual portfolio is the key. And that's where you're going to start your marketing. From that portfolio that you've written and put out there, you now can build that into a blog post where you tell a little bit more personal side of the story. You could tell funny anecdotes. You could talk about your creative problem solving skills. Maybe you had the most bizarre problem you've never seen in 20 years of design that you had to come up with a solution for because the contractor was scratching his head. Like whatever the case is, you've
Yeah.
got some great stories that you could personalize that a little bit more while still respecting the privacy of your clients. You don't have to give away any of their details, but you can showcase your personality and your creative problem solving skills and your approach to design in a blog post featuring that project. So now, not only do you have a great portfolio that is now SEO visible, you have a blog post linking to that great portfolio that is going to help with that SEO visibility. And from that blog post, you can start taking snippets out of that and turning them into social media captions so that you can showcase your work over and over and over again based on the written content that's on your website. You're not recreating anything when you sit down to create a post to talk about your work. You're pulling from what you already have and just tweaking it to fit the new platform.
Yeah, I've been telling my profit insiders for years. You can either start with a video or start with a blog. And then from that, you can create so much. You're saying do it even one step before that. Start with a portfolio, a case
Yes.
study on one of your clients. What they said, like to me, the best information comes from the first phone call and the first in-home consultation, where they're relaying all their wants, needs, troubles, desires, things that annoy them. Get all that down on paper. Now, how did you solve that? That's all the beginning of your case study, your blog, your problem solving, your portfolio, right?
Yeah.
This is what they should be telling the story.
And I'm glad you brought up case studies too, because from that blog and from that portfolio, now you can create a case study that you can either publish to your website as a case study. And that's going to be a little bit more professional approach than the blog. But you could also, let's say you're doing a presentation, you've been invited to be a speaker, and you want to take a visual, handheld, tangible document to really showcase what you're talking about. That case study is a perfect thing to do that you can send to a printer, get done, and now you have something, a beautiful print representation of your business, all building from this one portfolio where you is some of your best work. So starting early is really the key, in my opinion, starting from
Yes.
the very beginning. And like you said, from that discovery call, what did you talk about? What were their pain points? What were their struggles? What ideas did you come up with that they had never thought of? Like, that's a fun thing to share because it's going to inspire somebody else to be like, oh, I have that same problem. Oh my gosh, I love what they've come up with.
Yes. So, and I'm going to stop everyone who's thinking, but I don't want to share how I solved that problem because then they'll know how I solved it. But guess what? Sharing how you solved it is what makes somebody go, there's a lot more here that I didn't realize or know of. And I need this person to help me through it. It puts the person
Yeah.
reading the case study or looking at the before and after pictures or reading the story. It puts them in a little bit of state of overwhelm, like, gee, I don't know if I could do this all myself. Let me hire a professional to do it.
And I'm glad you said that because honestly, in fact, I think I just published something on myself about this. I have always shared all of my secrets freely. I have a course library where I say, here's how I do things. In fact, I have a course library or a course about how to put your portfolio at the center of your marketing. And I walk you through these. I give you tracking documents and I show you how I do this for clients. And it's free. You can go sign up and get access to that course library right away, and it's free and you can do it. And if you do it, I want to see how amazing you are and I want to
Absolutely.
celebrate you because some people can take what I've shared and run with it and do it because they have the technical know-how and the time to do it. But like you said, other people are going to be like, whoa, way more than I can handle.
Or want to handle, or why not
want
let someone else be the expert? Like, it's the same with me. If you comb
Yeah.
all my YouTube videos, all my Facebook videos, you can cull together probably my entire Profit Inside a 1-year program in piecemeal
Yeah.
and really do it yourself. And I'm thrilled when someone joins my essentials, which are just my lessons, and they do it themselves. But if you need that extra little bit, you know the person who's got all the knowledge. Just like we put out our knowledge on a regular basis, we're telling interior designers do the same thing in order to attract business to you.
Do the same thing. Like,
Do the same thing.
just working with interior designers, I understand now, like, going to buy a new sofa is not just going to the store and buying a sofa and having it delivered. There's so much more involved. It's a little overwhelming. And
I know
so
picking out a good sofa is not as easy as, oh, it's pretty, buy it. There's so much more to it. I know, but most people don't know that.
exactly. And so share that, share your knowledge, share how you sold things. You don't have to tell every single detail and every single thing, but share the high level inspiration, because it inspires people to be like, you know what? There's a lot more to doing this than I thought. I am not a DIYer like I wanted to be, and I'm willing to hire this person because they have the knowledge. And that is the value at doing it and sharing all of those things.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. Did we miss anything? What else?
Well, there's more. So, taking that portfolio, we've got a blog, we have case studies, we have social media posts. Those social media posts are timeless. You can share them every 3 to 6 months over and over and over again, rather than recreating something all the time. Put them on a autopilot. There's ways to do where you can autopilot schedule that stuff and have it go out there until you want to take the portfolio off your website because it's so dated. That's not going to be anytime soon. So let it work for you. But now you also have content to email your subscribers. If you have an email list and you want to talk to your subscribers, showcase your projects. You want people to hire you for the work that you do, not because you know how to make a cannoli. So show us the work that you do and put that at the center of your marketing. And when you
Yes,
create those autopilot schedules, there's ways that you can have that social media just going constantly. Your emails are going out pre-scheduled. All of these things built from that one portfolio, to where you have more time to focus on what you want to do, less time having to struggle with your social media. And then you can toss in a few fun posts where you've made a cannoli, or
yeah, you put
whatever.
that in your stories or whatever. Here's the
Yeah,
thing.
and have fun with it.
People think that I can't repeat posts, I can't put out the same thing, I can't have a portfolio page and the blog page and a case study page all highlight the same thing, but you can. And I'll tell you, you can, because I put out the same stuff over and over again. No one's ever said to me, gee, you're putting out the same stuff, because people need to hear it in different ways, need to see it in different formats, absorb differently depending on their personality and their style of learning. So rarely will someone think, oh my God, I saw this already. They're going to read it again if they were interested in it. And then that's the second time you've shown them your knowledge. And maybe that's the time where they finally say, you know what, I need to do something about this. I need to call that person.
Well, and all of my marketing is on repeat, all of it, from my blog post to everything, it's on repeat. And it's not just because people are, the big part of it is because people are ready to receive it now when they weren't 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Or it's also, there's new advances, there's new ideas, there's new approaches, there's new things to share that take that topic a little bit deeper. So you can put those things on repeat and reuse them more and more and more, instead of spending half your 20 hours a week trying to figure out how to market. Go
Just
back to
use
what
what
you
you have.
have, use
Yeah,
what you have, use it as efficiently as possible, so then the next 18 hours out of that 20 hours can be put towards the business that you're building, and
definitely.
not trying to become the marketing guru for yourself.
Awesome. All right. Tell everyone where to find you one more time.
All right, so you can find me at Caffeine Creative IO. If you want to sign up for the free course that I mentioned, you can comment in any of these sections, or you can find it on my website there too as well, to sign up for those free courses. And I'm here today.
Highly recommend you sign up for Teresa's free courses. They're so information packed. And then when you're ready to actually get an expert to help you with some of this stuff, this is your girl, right? So if you need a website, you need blogs that turn into your portfolio being the shining star of your marketing, this is the way to go. So thank you, Teresa.
Thank you.
All right, everyone, go have a great Wednesday. I have to keep reminding myself it's Wednesday. Oh my God, this week is flying by, and we will see you next time. Bye, everyone.